Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, last episode, France dissolved. So, the army commander basically complained to me that, we had to stop the advance because, France dissolved. So I told him, hey, you don't have to. Just if their army just packs up and goes home, you could just take the place. And he said, hey, yeah, that's actually a good point. So we now have southern France, Tripolitania and Chad, which were very well along the way. Had good progress in taking them with land armies. And also Annam, which was being invaded by a naval invasion. There were some other in-progress invasions going on as well, but they were not as far advanced as those, so I just let them be. And of course what I did was I just went and edited the save file to give me what I think I deserve to have, basically. It's not cheating, it's compensating for weird game design decisions. Anyway, with that, also I gave myself like 100 million in naval funds as war operations, which I think I would have gotten from France. You know, their whole navy just disappeared into thin air, and realistically, I think I should have gotten, their ships wouldn't just disappear like that. They would have gotten impounded, and I could have either sold them as scrap or sold them to someone else or whatever. But basically, 100 million, it's not that much given that I had, almost 400,000 victory points? Something like that. Which should have been worth quite a bit, but I didn't want to stretch my compensation too far. So, anyway. We're still at war with the Soviet Union. Let's see. Transport losses are should be getting better. But with some more money now from our newly compensated territories, I can start increasing my tech budget again. What are we getting here? Mark 1 19s, okay. So, kinda useless, but it's a step along the way of getting the guns I want to have. So, let's go to October, see what happens with the Soviet Union. We'll probably get a couple more battles. Oh! United States just got Radar 1. I would have thought they would have gotten it much sooner than this, seeing as they were given a bunch of free range-finding tech. Anyway, war continues. I'm losing no transports. The Soviets are losing some. Warship trade. Mexico wants to buy some DDs. 40%? Yeah, we can do that. Colonial conquest. Dahomey. 43,000 tons. Okay. Where's Dahomey? Here's Dahomey. Do I have any cruisers nearby? I do. So let's send some cruisers to Dahomey. that should be 29,000 tons. So I need to get some more tonnage. Here we go. Orion. And yeah, I can send this task force too. Okay. Now Scotland. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I can send out these also. But it will probably not be enough. Anyway, we're selling DDs to Mexico. These are the Z-27 class. Okay, that's also a Z-27. I've got it written down as a 22. Okay. Yeah. And that makes this the 2203. Alright. Everything is in order. And things are coming along here. What are we getting even? I haven't really looked at my research for a while because it's not been progressing much. Small gun barrels, okay. Yeah. When I do eventually get a peace treaty with the Soviet Union, I will do another round of giving the AI free technology so they can hopefully build some of my shared design ships. Are you not in port? Sometimes the task force will just sit outside of port instead of entering into it. Anyway, let's see here. What can we... the Prince Adalbert cruisers. Probably time to mothball. And see if anyone wants to buy them. And the same is true for the Limburg class. And the first Bismarck class. So I should be able to, if they get sold, build some of the newer Victoria Louise class and replace them with. There you go, plus 21 million for mothballing those Very outdated ships. Anyway, let's see what happens in November. See if we get any battles with the Soviet Union. Siegfried Poppe von Trapp. Colonial conquest. Cambodia. Alright. So now we're getting a lot of colonial conquest missions for regions that previously belonged to France. And this one actually popped up. 47,000 tons. Do I have any like older older ships to send out? Lauenburg, kind of old. Can be joined by a heavy cruiser. Actually, no. Let's just send a battleship and an escort. That should be enough to send the message. Anyway, I don't want this episode to just be me doing stuff on the campaign map, so I'm just gonna do that off camera, and as a treat, we're gonna design some ships. Now, I'm probably not gonna be able to build all of these ships right away, because money is a thing. And by the time, you know, I actually have the ability to build them, they might be needing refits and stuff already, but in that case it will just be stuff like replacing oil 1 with oil 2 and stuff like that, which I can do off camera, but let's design some ships. So the König class has a top speed of 32 knots. I'm thinking this one should also be as fast. And this is on the modern Battleship 2 hull. So let's see what we can do. Okay, that has a built-in barbette. That's cool. Advanced tower with funnel. How does that look? Not good, I think. Yeah, that looks better. That looks much better. Poulsen. No. Yes. That's a name. Of course, this will not be the historical Bismarck. This will be something more outrageous. Only 68%. So do I have to take the secondary tower with the funnel after all? But that looks not as good. Yeah, that looks no. No. We're not doing that. We're doing this. And if I just have to make it slower, and perhaps even smaller. What's like the point at which the hull shrinks? There we go. And still a 71,000 ton battleship. So that's 72,500, I think. Yeah. Okay, we're sticking with 28. So they're gonna be a bit smaller than the Koenig class. A bit slower, I mean. Definitely not smaller. They've got almost 20,000 tons on the Koenigs. So, main guns. The Koenigs have 16s. These will also have 16s. I'm going with triple barrels. Despite the accuracy debuff, which I currently have with those kind of guns. But I'm hoping that when these actually are finished and can receive their post-launch refit, that I will actually have the advanced triple turrets. Because now it looks like I will actually get some research done, which is great. Let's add the good stuff. Anti-torp 4, that might be too much. I might have to go down to anti-torp 3. Increased AP, standard ratio, and I want to go with soft capped and capped ballistic 2. Yeah. Increased ammo, of course. Yeah. Still have some weight left over. kind of range does the König have? I think it's better than the Bismarcks. Not that much better, although it's been reduced to half. So if I max out the range of the Bismarck, it's just marginally better than the Königs at half. I'm going to stick it at 28,000 for now. And I'm guessing oil 2 is gonna improve it a bit. Anyway, armor. First of all, guns. I want these to be 55s. There we go. I haven't added secondaries yet. I will of course have to do that. Almost at weight limit already. Fine, let's go down to anti-torp 3. Turret armor is a bit much, but I want the top armor to be thicker and some more barbette armor. What is the... I have to go back and forth a little bit to compare these to the Königs. It's got 1666. Okay, so the Bismarcks will be more heavily armored. As they should be. Citadel armor. Hang on a bit. Okay. Yeah, that leaves me with not a lot of weight to play with the secondaries. Okay, let's reduce the range. Doesn't even do that much for the weight. And I don't want to make them slower. And if I make them bigger, I will not have good engine efficiency. Or will I? 97.2% engine efficiency. Okay, so let's just assume we get oil 2 by the time these are actually finished. Which will improve that engine efficiency. Let's move about some stuff. Weight offset now. Yeah, good enough. Okay, secondaries. 6-inch guns. If the Koenigs have double barrels, main guns, and secondaries, then the Bismarcks will have triples. Can I fit more? I can. There we go. And these have a range of 12 and 11. They're 40s. .45. 16 and 15. That's better. That's gonna make them a little bit more useful for dealing with DDs before the DDs get into torpedo range. Okay, so that's there. I don't want my secondaries to block my primaries. Yeah, that seems fine. Now the 4-inch guns, they're already 45s. That's okay. Let's make them 50s, just to give them some more range. It's gonna cut down on the rate of fire, but that's okay. Now I can give the turrets some armor. Just so I don't lose a bunch of crew all the time, because that's what happens when your unarmored turrets take a lot of fire. You can actually fit 3-inch turrets in a lot of exciting places. Ay, damn it! Oh, okay. So let's put these back on. A little bit of an aft weight offset. Any more places you can put these 3-inch turrets? No? Ship is overweight. There we go. Engine efficiency is imperfect, but I'm just assuming that can be fixed with better oil. And maybe I will have access to better turrets. Better funnels, I mean. Also in the future. Uber funnel. Yeah, that is the Bismarck class. 12 1655s. Not bad, not bad. You can reach out to 36 kilometers. Could have been more if I picked Cordite 2 instead of tube powder, but yeah, it's just that flash fire chance. I don't want to lose a $563 million ship to a flash fire if I can avoid it. Save the sign. And for the thumbnail, like so. What more can we design? This is still the best battlecruiser hull I have available. What if I make it kind of small? And try to keep the cost somewhat sensible. Can I still... No, I can only fit one of those. Oh, it would have to be those, because they're the biggest funnels I can fit two of. Is it still possible to go with 16 doubles? Not on that rear tower. But I can go like this and have a secondary turret on there. And make these basically be smaller. Kind of like the Star class, but smaller. Already have a Preußen class, even though it's spelled kind of differently. Alright. Now let's see what can be done with this ship. already closing in on the max displacement, which is not great, but sonar, RDF, radar. Yeah, getting very close. The turret armor is kind of laughable. Gonna make them 55s. Yeah, some things have to be reduced here. That range is really not impressive given that this has a diesel engine. Even geared turbines. Induced. That's 35,100 for a range of 17,000. Now with diesel 2, yeah, it makes it more expensive, but I save weight and I gain more range. Fine, let's reduce speed down to 30. Range is still not great, but okay. Let's add some armor. Significantly less than the Bismarck class battleships, but it is a battlecruiser, so that does not leave me with a lot of displacement for secondaries. Let's make it bigger, but not so much that the size increases. There we go. That does increase the range as well. Secondary guns. Like so, and some 6-inch casemates. Ship is overweight. Let's remove these. That's a little bit better. It's not much better, it's a little bit better. Can actually add one of these here instead. That works. That works. Yeah. It's under 200 million. Basically half the firepower of the Bismarck class battleship. But way less than half the cost, so I'm guessing maybe maybe not too bad. What kind of turning circle do we have? $417. Compare that to the Bismarck. $494. That's actually not bad. That's pretty good. What does the Star class? I'm guessing these have pretty bad turning circles. At least it feels that way. Yeah, 565. And quite bad pitch and roll. This is the pitch and roll of the Bismarck. The pitch is not great, but it's better than the Star class and the Iserlohn. It's also not really too bad. The Koenigs, I think, were quite good in this regard. Yeah. So, a couple new ships designed. Basically, I do have to replace a bunch of my ships in the coming years. 17,000 still my max displacement. I should be getting this up to 18,000. And this hull can go all the way up to 18,900. Modern Heavy Cruiser 2 can actually go all the way up to 20,500. Right. How about Modern Cruiser 1? Oh, it's already maxed. Should we design some new light cruisers? Can I get triple turrets yet? Nope, I cannot. Can I put 7s? I can. Maybe instead of building a light cruiser on a light cruiser hull, why don't I just build a small-ish heavy cruiser? Let's put it at standard.
There you go. Range is not amazing. What if we go with geared turbines too? Our range is still not going to be great, but nines are just better than eights. Like straight up much better. This won't fit full. But there's just no room here to do anything. What instead? Go for 10-inch doubles. I'm not liking this. I think this is kind of silly. Like, if I could get it, the finished cost to be less than 50 million, that would be something. But no, I'm dropping this idea. Now, can I make something inexpensive on this hull? What's the growth point? Let's see if it's possible to build a torpedo spamming cruiser. That doesn't even fit. That kind of fits. Standard bulkheads, a little bit more range. I want to make this quite cheap. Secondary tower. Let's go with the simple one. So far, not too expensive. Terrible, but it's not finished yet, so just hang on, hang on. We might be able to make this work. Not with that barbette. With that one, probably. Yeah, there we go. That fixed a bunch of problems. Now I could of course also bring these funnels further aft. Like so. Now torpedo launchers. It's got lifeboats there, okay. One more, there we go. Now this I really want to keep below 50 million. Okay. Let's try and add some stuff. Now these will basically just launch torpedoes, retreat, rearm, and then do it again. So their torpedoes have to be big. And standard is fine. 9.5 kilometers. Actually, what we're doing here is kind of the same as on my DDs, where the HE is for use against bigger ships, equals fires, and the AP is for DDs and the like. Increased. No mines. So we're already over my budget. Now compare this to the Frankfurt class, which is cheaper and a lot better in every way. Yeah, we're gonna have to reduce some costs here. There we go. Gear turbines made them a bit cheaper. Crop 4. Oh, we can reduce some weight here. That made the ship smaller. Can that actually work? Yeah, that can fit there. I still don't think this ship is good enough for what it costs. Take the beam all the way down. This is basically still an expensive DD. If I put the rear tower there, yeah, I'm still just getting expensive DD vibes here. It's not that much more expensive than the Z27. If I now go diesel 2, I mean, it's got range. Finally. It's got very little stability, being as tall as it is. Unlike my Frankfurt class light cruisers, these have no secondaries. Very little armor. So they're basically all about the torpedoes. And the guns are just there to give them something to do while not spamming torpedoes. Might as well make the guns longer so they can do stuff with the guns without getting too close. Yeah, 36 million. Or basically a 12 torpedo broadside, and then I could turn and send another 8 torpedoes. I don't know. Let's give it some more belt armor. It still feels like I'm paying too much for not enough. Maybe with better torpedoes, these can be refit and be kind of useful. Say with 22-inch oxygen torpedoes, for example. With 9.5 kilometer torpedo range is just not really enough. Let's reduce more of this stuff. Yeah. So these are basically useless if they end up in a 1v1. While on the other hand, the Frankfurts can hold their own against pretty much any kind of light cruiser, and maybe even some heavies. These are basically just here to assist in larger fleet battles, where, by the way, they cannot do the same spotting as the Frankfurt class, because they don't have the spotting range. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna try maybe building a couple. I don't have high hopes for the Lübeck class. Anyway, I should be getting a new DD hull in the not too distant future, which is gonna mean a new class of DDs, which might even make the the Lübeck class just completely unnecessary. Just some kind of a square peg that tries to fill a round hole that no longer exists. But, you know, at least we made the Bismarck class battleship, which looks good. It is too expensive for me to build at the moment, but maybe in the future. Transport losses keep going down, so... Actually, I wanna get some more money. I want to spend a couple turns now while I'm still at war with the Soviet Union, just trying to get some monies. Actually, naval invasion of Estonia. Is it possible? Republic of China. I don't really have too many nations out there that hate me at the moment. Let's try and improve relations to the United States. The invasion of Estonia was not possible at the moment. Send 2 battleships off the coast of Estonia. Because I don't think I have enough tonnage to fill the invasion of Scotland. Why my army in northeast England can't just march on and take it? I don't know. Looking at some army force numbers. Okay. Yeah, looks like the army that was invading France has repositioned to Lithuania and is now actively marching on into Latvia. But okay, that's the end of this episode. We're gonna see what happens. There might be a bit of a time skip before something happens. I don't think the Soviet Union has a lot of navy left. No, they've got 29 ships. They're down to 67% army logistics. So our land invasions should work. Yeah. Anyway, goodbye and take care.